So then one night he made another cage. He got a box from the grocery store, and it had slats in the bottom. And so he had it all done. He put foil on top of it and some dirt, sand or something, and he had me check it out and to see how safe it was. The snake could not get out of that box. Well, Rachel was going on the midterm to school. And so I was in the kitchen ready to scramble an egg for her and fix her lunch. And in the meantime, he had a room that was added on, and you step one step down to go out to that room. And the library was out there, and all the bookcases were out there. So I was going to take, usually if I had clothes that I'd washed and folded, I just put them on the chest by the door. But if it was a book that I'd taken out of the library, I wanted to put it back. So I went out there to do that, and there right at the bottom of the step was a snake. Long snake. So I panicked. I closed the door, and I think I put some paper or something so it wouldn't get through under the crack. And anyway, I went back to fix her lunch, and I was just shaking. I was terrified. I've been terrified of snakes all my life. I remember when we'd get the Sunday paper, they'd always have a section of pictures and things, and I had my sister look through it to make sure there were no snakes in what I was going to read. So, so anyway, and we had a sort of a carpool. Three of our little children that played together all the time. It was my turn to take them to school. So I went in, and I thought I'm too nervous to even get in the car and drive. I'm just out of it. And I called Betty, the mother, one of the mothers, but then I couldn't talk. I was in shock. I was in total shock. Couldn't talk until she finally said, she thought it was her daughter, and she said, "Nancy, are you all right?" And I realized that. So I came to then, and I said, "Betty, I just can't take the kids today. A snake got out, and I just can't take the kids." So she called my neighbor right next door, because he was one of the little kids that went. And she came over and to find out what was going on, and Betty just said, "Go see what's wrong with Lucille." No, I didn't tell her the snake was out. I just said I couldn't take it. I was so nervous I could hardly talk. And so she came over, and when she found out it was a snake out, why, she goes down to the high school, it's lunchtime, she brings Lyle home to get the snake. And he takes it back to school. Good. So, but then, and I had told him, and I was very adamant about it, that if one child even gets scared in our yard, that's the end of the snakes. No longer be here. And so that was hard on him. I was really hard on him.